everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Season 1, Episode 25 of Demon Slayer called Tsuguko, Kanao Tsuyuri.
I'm impressed.
I'm sure the Japanese experts out there are just like clawing their eyeballs out of their heads having had listened to that, but I tried my best.
That's all you can do.
It's just like you think as English people, like I read the words and I think there's the way that they should sound, but I know the way the Japanese people say them, it is not that. So it's a challenge.
I mean, how are you supposed to, I don't know.
Because English, we like to put emphasis on certain syllables, but for Japanese, I feel like they just like let it flow, you know?
No. My Japanese language skills are negative.
That's my observation, at least. We were disappointed in Zenitsu and Inosuke last episode when they just decided to bail on their rehabilitation training with Lady Kosho and the girls.
I thought, like, Zenitsu, that doesn't really surprise me. Like, he doesn't like training, but Inosuke,
close. You know who he means.
Inosuke.
Yeah.
He always wants to get stronger. Like, I don't know if he's feeling like just
ashamed.
I mean, like, kind of beat up with how poorly his last fight went and like on the brink, and you just, you know, he's always thought he could do whatever and he's always the strongest. Like, I'm wondering if he's kind of depressed, like not physically, but just mentally rattled. Like he was thrown around like a rag doll. And I know that Zenitsu was like faced death being turned into a spider, but I feel like it's a different experience, right? And I think
different people to begin with.
Right. I feel like something like that would shake him to his core.
Fair. Lady Kosho revealed some of herself last episode. At first I was a little bit cynical, thinking that it was not true, but Adam got me to come around. So we got our first Hashira semi-backstory. So
you think that they come from a family line? Like if her sister was one, you'd kind of have to think that it was family business.
Well, we were speculating that Tanjiro's family has history in it too, so who knows?
Yeah, fair enough.
But it seemed like she was, because she was holding a broken sword blade. I'm just done with that.
Moving on.
So we're gonna learn more about Kanao this episode, it seems like, which very interesting. She seems very advanced compared to the other demon slayers of her rank.
I would agree. And I wonder if that's, I mean, it's probably a combination, but whether it's because she was trained by a Hashira to start with, did she have more innate ability when she qualified? By qualified, I mean came off the mountain. Like, I'm curious what we see there.
So let's dive in. Maybe we'll see a Tanjiro Kanao rematch after he has started to work extra hard on his total concentration breathing.
I still think he's gonna lose.
Oh, absolutely, but he might get closer. So, let's do it. Season 1, episode 25 of Demon Slayer is coming right now.
Oh, they're gonna be ecstatic.
Tie me up with these.
That's a bold training method.
Oh. Okay, well, that's a start. And even in his subconscious, he can start doing it.
I love that though. They take their mission so seriously, like, waiting, waiting, bounce.
He's doing a great job, right?
Snore.
Not anymore! Those three are like low-key some of my favorite characters so far.
But do you think, like, are they just helpers? Are they training themselves? Like, what?
Maybe they're training for when they're old enough.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know.
I envision you smacking me with a rug clobber when I snore. I wish I could fall asleep that fast.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh dear. He's like, also, don't go to sleep tonight. Just pull an all-nighter and watch me. This girl's intense.
Yeah. What's their deal?
Get that strength back, baby.
This
is gonna be a big step for him.
Must like get pumped up.
Oh, here it comes. He's gonna get clobbered. Did he get a touch? Nope.
She felt the wind though. Close!
That's gotta feel good though.
She's so grumpy.
Oh boy.
What were they doing all day?
He looks like he was eating pie. Explode or not explode?
Not yet. I'm always underestimating everybody.
He's jealous.
Oh, FOMO. And Tanjiro's bed is perfectly made.
Mm-hmm.
炭治郎、もう訓練に出たんだ。まだ夜明けたばかりだよ。努力するのは苦手です。地道にコツコツやるのが一番しんどいです。お前か。炭治郎に置いていかれてしまった焦りからなのか、丁寧に教えてもらってもうまく覚えられないんだよ。俺たちって本当にダメだなって思います。もしかして今そうだって言った？
He's like, don't put me in this.
少しはお前も頑張っているくらい言ってくれてもいいと思うんだけ
Yeah,
ど。
but you're not.
もっと頑張れって言ったのか？
Listen to your bird.
He can't even understand the bird. Subconsciously, he knows.
I just want to say, that to me is my favorite type of leadership.
Leading by example?
Leading by example. You know what? I'm sure he tried to nudge them. I'm sure. But you know what? If you do the right things every day, in general, people will get in line. And I love that.
You can't have your actions be affected by other people. Like, he knows what's right, he knows what it takes, and he didn't let his friends deter him. He's just like, you know what, fine. I'll do it alone then, because I know that this is right.
Yep.
He has such high character.
I agree. He's still chiseled though. I'll give him that.
行くぞもういつ。
炭治郎君が会得しようとしているのは全集中、常中という技です。全集中の呼吸を四六時中やり続けることにより基礎体力が飛躍的に上がります。
Maybe I need to do that.
早速やってみましょう。
かなり気合を入れないと俺もまだ一日全集中の呼吸はできないけど善逸と伊之助なら大丈夫。
But eventually he won't have to even think about it.
こうやって大きくするんだ。血が驚いたら骨と筋肉がブンブンって言ってくるからとどめるんだ。あとは死ぬほど鍛える。
まあまあ、これは基本の技というか初歩的な技術なのでできて当然ですけれども、
Needle.
するには相当な努力が必要ですよね。まあ、できて当然ですけれども、伊之助くんなら簡単かと思っていたのですが、できないん
Little
です
reverse
か？
psychology.
できて当然ですけれど、仕方ないです。できないならしょうがないしょうがない。
できるっつうのは当然になめるんじゃねえよ。土もぎ取るぞこら。
Oh.
頑張ってください善逸くん。一番応援していますよ。
She
She's
knows
got
exactly which buttons to push with each one.
カナオも同期なんだから一緒にどう？
Let me go show them all up. I'm kind of impressed that she knew enough about them, that she's paid enough attention to them to know exactly where to push.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good for her. I'm kind of interested that it took her so long to do it. Or do you think that she waited till they showed a little bit of interest and then this was kind of the final push?
Well, you can't lead people or you can't help people who don't want to be helped. It's very difficult.
Yeah, fair.
So she was probably like, fine, I'll focus my energies on the guy who does want to try.
And then they show up and I'll do what I need to do. Yeah. Cape's coming off and she's gonna show them up.
痛い。お腹が空いた。悲しい。虚しい。苦しい。寂しい。そんな日々だった。だけどある日、プツンと音がして、何も辛くなくなった。
Ooh. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. That just got heavy real quick. But I wonder what's with the coin flipping. I wonder if that's how she makes decisions, whether that was like a coping mechanism.
I thought she was making a decision, but we need to see more about this.
So they're pretty much family.
That was Kosho's sister, I think.
貧しい暮らしの中、親に売られた時でさえ悲しくはなかった。
So she completely dissociated.
ちょっとよろしいですか？
ああ。
その子はどうして縛られているのでしょうか？罪人か何かなのですか？
見てわかるだろう。飲みだらけで汚ねえからだよ。それに逃げるかもしれねえしな。
こんにちは。はじめまして。私は胡蝶かなえと言います。あなたのお名前は？
そいつに名前なんかねえよ。親がつけてねえんだ。もういいだろ。離れろや。
姉さんに触らないでください。
なんなんだてめえらは。こいつとおしゃべりしたきら金を払いな。
じゃあ買いますよ、この子を。これで足ります？
Now go crawl around and pick it up, you scumbag.
待ってくれ。
早く拾った方がいいですよ。人も多いし風も強いので。ああ、いいのかしら。いいの。ごめんなさいね。
いろうな。これは俺のもんだよ。
あらあら。姉さん、この子全然ダメだわ。言われないと何もできないの。食事もそうよ。食べなさいって言わなきゃずっと食べない。ずっとお腹を鳴らして。あらあら。こんなんでこの子どうするの？まあまあ、そんなこと言わずに。姉さんは忍の笑った顔が好きだな。だって自分の頭で考えて行動できない子はダメよ。危ない。まあそうなんだけどね。一人じゃ何もできない。決められないのよ。じゃあ一人の時はこの効果を投げて決めたらいいわよ。ねえ、カナオ。姉さん、そんなに重く考えなくていいんじゃない？カナオは可愛いもの。理屈になってない。きっかけさえあれば人の心は花開くから大丈夫。いつか好きな男の子でもできたらカナオだって変わるわよ。
I love that.
いいぞ、その調子だ。もっとそこでバッとグッとグッと頑張れゼイツ。その調子だ。いいぞ。
Have we ever heard her talk?
I don't think so. Oh boy.
Not yet. He's not ready.
伊之助、伊之助。もうすぐ打ち直してもらった日輪刀が来るって。
Oh, good news.
Okay, good.
今カラスに聞いた。鋼塚さんの匂いだ。急げ急げ。鋼塚さん。おいおい、鋼塚さん。ご無沙汰してます。お元気でしたか。
He's not happy.
鋼塚さん。
よくもおったな、俺の刀を。よけろよけろ。
すみません。で
Fair enough.
も本当に俺も死にそうだったし、相手もすごく強くて。
違うな、関係あるもんか。お前が悪い、全部お前のせい。お前が貧弱だから刀が折れたんだ。そうじゃなきゃ俺の刀が折れるもんか。殺してやれ。
新しい訓練でしょうか。違うでしょ。
That seems like fair payment for snapping a sword.
Well, what's he supposed to do? He was gonna get killed by Rui.
No, I mean, that's fair. But
It's not his fault he got thrown into that situation under-trained and under-prepared and under-experienced.
Well, but you look at, so he makes all of the Hashira swords, and they don't snap when you use them properly, as I learned from some of our members. Thank you for that. So, I mean, he's partly right that it was his lack of knowing how to apply the correct force and techniques that caused the snap.
Hey, I just made you a new one, but let me kill you, so all that work is for nothing. That's all I could think about. But more importantly, Kanao. Have we for sure never heard her talk?
No, I'm the wrong person to ask that.
I didn't even notice. Now I'm overthinking
Yeah,
it.
somebody will tell us.
I don't even want to dive into why she was sold or what for. We're not going to go there. I don't want to.
I think that was like a somewhat common practice back in the day. Like if you had too many kids and you couldn't feed them, or I bet that was more common than you think. Unfortunately, but
Okay. But one of our first questions about her was answered.
yeah.
In that she was already with Lady Kosho and got trained that way. It wasn't a post-final selection thing.
Correct.
It wasn't an identification thing and then come train with me. It was just like she grew up with them.
Yeah. Which makes sense as to why she was way more skilled than everybody else, because she's been doing this for however long.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that she's the poison master as well, because I feel like that would take a lot of time. So she's grown up with all of those things.
Kosho, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
ああ、鋼塚さんは情熱的な人ですからね。
はい。
人一倍刀を愛していらっしゃる。あんな人は刀鍛冶の里でもなかなかいません。
そうでしょうね。
Tired him out.
ああ、私は金森と申します。伊之助殿の刀を打たせていただきました。
Oh.
戦いのお役に立てれば幸いです。
Oh, blue.
That didn't take very long.
綺麗ですね。アイネズ色が鈍く光る渋い。
Indigo gray, even better.
よかったな。伊之助の刀は刃こぼれひどかったから。
握り心地はどうでしょうか。実は私、二刀流の方に刀を作るのが初めてでして。伊之助殿。お？ん？
He wants them to be jagged.
よし。
At least wait till he leaves. I cannot even imagine. Oh my gosh.
So
I'd be so upset if I was that guy.
it's just so funny. Like you have these, and I'm gonna say my head went like right to a hockey analogy, of like the players have their sword, like their swords, their sticks, like handed to them, and so many of them just want to like tape them themselves or do this. Like when you use something, you want it to be like exactly how you want it. And I was actually wondering about his original swords when they were jagged, like how that happened. I guess now we know.
I thought they were custom made that way.
Yeah, so did I.
Obviously not. But wait till the man leaves, okay? You're destroying his craftsmanship like in front of his eyes.
Yeah, a bit of a lack of
Oh,
class there.
wow.
So we didn't see his sword.
So Tanjiro doesn't get one?
大丈夫そうね。炭治郎さん、すごく頑張っていたもん。
I never have faith.
作ってあげよう。
Oh, I thought they were gonna end up whacking
I
him at least
never have
once.
faith, and he always proves me wrong.
俺の体は変わった。早く刀を振り
He's
たい。
got his big veins
こ
now.
の手で日輪刀はやったー
Got her.
気を緩めるな。いけるぞ。抜けた。いけ。この薬臭いよ。かけたらかわいそうだよ。
かけるのも置くのも同じだよ。
やばい。
Ooh, 3! Kanao was stunned.
顎は問題なさそうですね。はい、口を閉じてください。診察は以上です。体はもう大丈夫ですから、安心して任務に邁進してください。
じゃあ訓練はもう。
はい、あとは実践あるのみです。
はい。
Ooh, who's he gonna fight?
あ、そうだ、しのぶさん。一つ聞きたいことがあって。
なんでしょう。
日の神神楽って聞いたことはありますか？
ありません。
じゃあ火の呼
That's
吸
the
とか。
dance that made the fire.
Yeah.
実は俺の子供の頃の話になるんですが。
ふむ。なるほど。なぜかかまどくんのお父さんは火の呼吸を使っていた。私でわかることは、炎の呼吸はありますが、火の呼吸ではないということ。
同じではないんですか？
私も司祭はわからなくて。
Oh, he's gonna have to
Time to
interact
ask
with another Hashira.
Rengoku!
そのあたりの呼び方について厳しいのですよ。炎の呼吸を火の呼吸と呼んではならない。縁柱の煉獄さんなら知っていることがあるかもしれませんが、あいにく任務に出ていますし。
わかりました。いろいろと教えてもらってありがとうございます。次に煉獄さんと会う時があったら聞いてみます。はい。
So respectful, such a good kid.
Mm-hmm.
かまどくん、
はい。
期待していますね。
はい。
I think that's a big compliment. Is he gonna let his guard down tonight?
Oh, there she is.
今日も眠ったまま。
Recovering.
眠ることで体力を回復しているかもしれないって言われたけど、やっぱりたまに目を開けてくれないと兄ちゃん心配だ。
She's got that total concentration breathing down.
そろそろ任務でここから出ることになると思う。体も良くなったし、少しは強くなった。今も全集中常駐を続けてる。あとは善逸と伊之助も一緒だと思う。二人がいてくれると心強い。
Well, they're becoming a trio.
そっか。禰豆子もそう思うか。いい奴らなんだ。禰豆子を人間に戻すために、できるだけ強い鬼を倒して玉代さんに血を送らなければいけない。俺にそれができるのだろうか。
お兄ちゃんなら大丈夫。
Was that telepathy?
Ooh, they now have a telepathy bond.
ありがとう禰豆子。励ましてくれたんだな。
That's cool.
兄ちゃん、頑張るか
Already
ら。
imagined it.
You're so cynical. That beats walking.
No, it's Muzan's private train. Or that guy's private train. Oh, whoa! I'm unwell. How did they create these hideous creatures? That was shockingly ugly.
So I guess that's their next mission. Or do you think this is what the Flame Hashira is out dealing with?
I don't know. But it's cool that he learned from Lady Kosho. Now he has something that he has to ask Rengoku.
Yeah, I'm curious if that happens a lot, like if there's cross-training or if you generally stay...
Cross-training.
If you generally stay within one sect.
Real athlete. Kanao got taken down.
I'm a little surprised he caught her so quickly.
It's been weeks.
Yeah, but we're not talking years here.
Well, how long is this? We saw several weeks go by.
Yeah, it might have been like a month or two. But still, like, she's been playing tag for a long time, I feel like.
Fair, but he was also devoted to his training and improvement.
Yeah, fair enough.
She's still extra strong. I don't think it minimizes her abilities, but it just shows how far Tanjiro has come.
Yeah, completely. I totally agree with that. And it's nice to see, you know, you get a benchmark of how far he's come and the fact that he's gotten stronger and now he's ready to go. But I'm a little... I mean, we're meeting a demon right as the season ends, which means we're not going to get to see what happens. But...
Oh! We did hear her talk. When they were cleaning up on the mountain, she was directing the medics and stuff.
Correct.
And when she was chasing Nezuko, she was like, wow, all this girl's doing is running away. So we have, that just popped in my head, I had to say it. But do you think Inosuke and Zenitsu are trained up enough to go off on their own?
I mean, no, they didn't put in as nearly as much
But are they
effort.
gonna stay and be with Lady
No.
Kosho, or are they gonna be like, see you later?
No, they're gonna
All
go
we
with...
care about is Tanjiro and Nezuko.
No, they're gonna go with him, I think, because I think, like you said, it's a confidence boost for him. But they're not... I don't think they progressed at the same level that he did.
Yeah, no.
So, we'll see.
And did he get a new weapon?
I mean, I feel like he did. I think there's gonna be a big reveal next episode.
But I want to know what color it turns, because the first time he got one, it turned black.
You think it's gonna go red? I think it's still gonna
I
be
think
black.
it's gonna go red.
I think it's gonna be black because I think he's a multi...
Oh, yeah!
And I mean, you mix enough colors, you get black.
As we learned in Haikyuu. What? Takeda's analogy?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I was just
Just
smiling.
making sure we're on the same page there.
A little crossover.
We only have one episode left in this season,
Not
and
good
that
enough.
makes me upset.
Not good enough.
And I hate that they showed that terrifying creature at the end of this one, because we've only got one episode to go.
I bet he doesn't even show up in the next episode.
It's just like, stay tuned.
That was the teaser. The season 2 teaser.
That thing was nasty looking.
Yeah.
That guy scared me as much as Ubugawa guy from Haikyuu.
Shrapnel's flying right now.
Whoa. I like these episodes.
Me too. They were a little more chill. I didn't feel like I was on the edge of my seat, like body tension the whole time I was watching it. But we got a little backstory, which
You
I
love
like.
a backstory. I love a backstory. Yeah, you're right. They weren't as intense and action-packed and like crazy as a lot of the episodes have been, but like we got some important info.
And they didn't feel like filler episodes. Like, you know how sometimes they put like episodes together where it's like, okay, like they just needed to get something out. There was enough substance there and enough like interesting interactions, like Tanjiro and the kids and the training arc. I love a good training arc. And you know, some of the other interactions in the backstory, I like them. I like them.
Well, let us know what you think in the comments below, please and thank you. Also, we would be so happy if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned because we are wrapping up season 1 of Demon Slayer next week. I'm sad, but I'm excited.
Here we go.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye.